What's happening, everybody? So today, man, I'm going to be showing y'all a very special build in NBA 2K26, and this is one that I actually really went into detail with myself, and this one's going to be coming out to the Inside Out Glass Visionary. Now, excuse my voice, bro, I am a little sick, but I really wanted to, put this build out for y'all today, and as you can see, this is going to be a build with no big weaknesses to report. And honestly, I love the strengths: an elite defensive rebounder, plays with brute force, gets deep, finishes without flash, punishes teams with second effort. And for those of y'all who know, rebounding is probably and always will be a meta come in NBA 2K. So once again, man, I just want to say thank every single one of y'all for your support. God bless you as well. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. So to get started with this build, we're going to be making it out of that center position. As far as when it comes towards that height, leave this at 6'11". And then moving into that weight, let's go with 255 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. And this is going to be perfect to move forward throughout the rest of the build. Now, when it comes towards the actual physicals, I really like to start every single build, because when it comes towards this area, it's going to give you an idea of what we're going to be able to unlock for the badges, animations, all of that good stuff. So when it comes towards our speed today, let's go up to a 60. As you get into that agility, I'm going to put this up to a 52. Moving into that strength, this is where I think we're going to be a lot more overpowered. We're going to go with a 90 here. And then for that vertical today, man, we're going to go all the way up to an 80. And this already, man, I can tell you from a physical perspective, this build is really going to be able to be that raw athlete that you want, be able to snag boards. On top of that, be able to even run the fast break if you need it to. Pretty much this build has it all in one. So from here, man, I'm going to dive into that finishing when it comes towards our close shot. Put this all the way up to an 80. Same exact thing when it comes towards that driving layup. Now for that driving dunk, I want to be able to get some of those extra dunk packages. So let's go with an 85. 81 when it comes towards that standing dunk, so you'll be able to get the pro contact dunks for the standing. And then for that post control, I'm going to put this up to an 85 as well, man. And as you can see, this is what we're going to be looking like for that finishing. I gotta say, we got some pretty good badges to work with, even when it comes towards just, the finishing itself. It's just probably going to be one of the more overpowered aspects of this archetype. But as you can see, when it comes towards the actual shooting, I gotta be real with y'all, this is going to be my favorite thing about it. So we're going to go with an 80 when it comes towards that mid-range shot, 85 for that three-pointer. And then for the free throw, if you want to be able to say that you can take this build into the rack, I would go ahead and put this up to a 66. 60 is a little low. I have used it on my personal build, Kobe Bryant free throw, for those of y'all who are struggling, but 66 is going to put you just above that mark to hit a bit more consistently. Now, getting into the pass accuracy, I'm going to put this up to an 85. As we get into the breakdown of the ball handle, you can leave this as is or raise it. It's all going to come down to your preference, but with the way that I'm crafting this one today, I'm going to leave it as is, bro. I really want to be focused more of being a big man rather than having to put anything towards my ball handle and speed with ball. I'm going to leave that up to the guards that I would play with on this archetype. But as far as when it comes towards the defense, I'm going to put this up to an 82 on that interior. The perimeter, this may surprise y'all, but I really wanted to be able to get a movable enforcer at least on the silver tier. So I'm going to go with a 72. Now, when it comes towards that steal, leave this as is. The block, let's go with a 78. And then the rest of the attributes, I'm pretty sure y'all can guess it. We're going to put this towards the rebounding. So let's go with a 92 when it comes towards our defensive. And I can say these are interchangeable, but I think it's going to be the best route to take if you go about it with the way and how I'm showing y'all right now. So for the offensive side, we're going to put this up to an 85, and this is what we're going to be looking like once you get this build maxed out completely. So, and I can say that there is definitely a lot that this build can do on both ends of the court. So the badges that I would really consider upgrading with a max +1 and a max +2, and of course what you should specialize in my opinion, I would specialize in shooting. Now let me tell you why. You can upgrade limitless range permanently to gold. On top of that, you can even potentially, set shot specialist, you can put this on Hall of Fame. Just those two badges alone are completely going to change the way that you would look at this archetype from a shooting perspective. Now, let's just go ahead and say you get two other badges that you would upgrade out of tier 1 and tier 2. I would go ahead and say possibly getting Challenger to gold. Even when it comes towards Pipeline Denier, you can get this on Gold or Hall of Fame. Now, my personal opinion, I would go with the movable enforcer. It really does help out on that defensive end, but being able to get this on the Hall of Fame tier at a 6'11" height as a big man, that's going to do some nasty work down low, I'm telling y'all. Now, even if you wanted to go a different route of, let's say, upgrading Shifty Shooter, You can even become, that 2K19 stretch big if you really wanted to, getting this badge all the way up to gold. It's just something to think about. I mean, you do have 2 extra attribute cap breakers, and you can put it towards that 3-point shot to get it to an 87 on silver, boost it to Hall of Fame, and that would be something even crazier to think about. There's so many different possibilities with these builds, but I haven't even mentioned anything with the post scoring. So let's just go ahead and say you wanted Legend Post Powerhouse or Post Fate Phenom, Pogo Stick, Rebound Chaser. It is definitely there, and I haven't mentioned it either, but I would even consider specializing in rebounding, bro, just so that way you can get a max +1 on either Rebound Chaser or Box Out Beast and put the other one on Legend. Both of those options, I think that's a really smart move to make. Now, as far as when it comes towards the takeovers, as you can see, we get 3&D, At the Rim, Lethal Layup, Paint Surgeon. So many great options to pick from, and in my personal preference, what I would say Glass Gunner, being able to get a boost on the defensive rebound. The mid-range and three-pointer is really going to give you that feel for being a stretch big, and what they truly were originally meant to do. That's literally to be a lights-out shooter from out deep and still be able to defend on the interior. Now, it's all going to come down to your preference and play style and which takeovers that you do want to pick along with it. But with the way that we did create it today, man, you get those upgraded layup styles, some upgraded dunk packages, those pro standing contact dunks, a good amount of the better jump shots, bases, releases. The passing styles, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with it. But the defense itself, it all speaks for itself, bro. You'll be able to pretty much guard just about any position 1 through the 5. And just consider throwing on a takeover like Hydration Hero on this build, bro. A 6'11" hybrid center lockdown. Especially if you do consider upgrading those lockdown badges like I mentioned. Especially Challenger, bro. Now coming up, as y'all can see, this is probably my favorite build that I've created this year. This is going to be named the Inside Out Glass Visionary. And look at those reports, bro. Elite defensive rebounder. I know we went over it at the beginning of the video, but it always hits different when you see that your build has no weaknesses to report. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one, man. I got a whole lot of other builds coming for y'all this year as well, so I would appreciate it if you have not done so already. And if it was your first time coming, bro, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and definitely comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I will definitely be sure to get back to you with the response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. God bless you, and Rich out.